Do you have a dream but don't know where to start? Do you have a plan but you don't get either the time or you don't want to execute it? This is what I personally do to make sure I execute every plan and my whole day, step by step, right? So before we start, I'm going to do a self-introduction. My name is Aaron. Some of you might know me from my TikTok. I do motivational videos on TikTok and currently also on YouTube, but I want to branch out, right? I want to start creating more YouTube videos of myself just talking to the camera so you guys can see me more, and also deliberate and just basically just speak about certain topics and how I see it and where I want to go, and so you guys can join along in the journey. Besides that, there are a few stuff that I want to accomplish. One, I want to accomplish 10 million followers on TikTok. I want to accomplish 10 million followers on YouTube. I want to accomplish 10 million followers on Instagram. Now, I know the first thing you're going to think is you're thinking way ahead. It's probably not going to happen. That's fine. But that's why it's my dream. And that's exactly why you guys, when you have a dream, you don't have to worry about what somebody else thinks. You don't. You have to only worry about your dream. And if you believe in it, okay, let me put it like this. If you believe in it, that's the only thing that matters. Nobody else's opinion counts. The reason I'm saying that is because you can be telling somebody else your dream, but they don't see it, and that's totally fine. That's why the dream was given to you. Okay, I know we're getting off topic. The title of the video is Dreaming, Planning, and Executing. But when you have a dream, and let's say you know exactly where you want to go, so you have a plan and you have a dream, you need to execute it. And it doesn't matter how or when you start or what you start with. I can give you a really good example is from my perspective. I always wanted to do TikTok. I always wanted to show my face. I always wanted to do live. I always wanted to do all of these stuff. But for the longest time, I always put it on the side and I did my faceless YouTube channel or my faceless TikTok channel, which is fine. You know, again, that's totally fine. But this year, around April 2025, I decided to start showing my face more and also going live more. And since then, I went from 12 followers to 5,000 followers. I'm currently, on my TikTok, I'm currently sitting on 5,000 followers. Now, you might think that's not a lot, but for me, it's a lot. Especially me showing my face here and there and also going live. And I have people that actually want to see me going live. It means a lot to me. Now, I'm also doing YouTube. That's actually why I'm doing this YouTube video, is to push myself and showing myself and be able to speak with you guys. And so for you guys so you guys can also give me feedback. Now that's that part. Let's dive into how you can make these 3 pointers, so the dream, the plan, and the execution, actually work. So you have a dream. The one thing that you most likely hear from a lot of people is you have to be specific with your dream, right? What I mean by that, or what these rich people mean by that, is you have to write down everything. And that could be with what exactly do you want? How do you want to do it? How will I know if it will succeed? When do I want it by? And what would stop me from doing it? All these pointers are really important. And you can write it down, you can pause the video to write it all down. But you have to be specific. So I give you an example. What exactly do I want? What I want specifically is to become known in the social media platform for just being myself, speaking to individuals, inspiring individuals, and for them not to feel like they can't start because of, I don't know, something in particular. That's my big inspiration, and to also reach 10 million followers on every platform. It's a far-fetched goal, I get it, but I have to dream big. Otherwise, I'm only gonna dream small and I'm gonna reach it too fast. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm dreaming way too big. And for me, that's not too big, but for some, it might be. The next one is, why do I want it? Well, just like everybody else, I also want a better life for myself and my family, right? So that's my why. I'm doing it, of course, for myself, but also for those around me. I don't want them to struggle. I personally don't want to struggle anymore. So I'm doing this for us. 3, how will I know if I will succeed? Well, only time will tell. And I have to make sure to show up every day, day in, day out. When do I want it by? I'm giving myself a 10-year span. And in this 10-year, it has to go from where I am right now, which is 5,000, all the way to 10 million. So with time, I'm only gonna progress in the content that I make, and that's about it. Now the last one is, what would stop me from doing it? Well, the only thing that would stop me is myself, because if I don't show up, I'm not gonna make content. You guys are not gonna see more of me, and that's gonna be the end of me, right? So I have to keep myself accountable for that part. Now, those are the 5 questions that I ask myself on a day-to-day basis, which I would also recommend you to do, and that's only on the dreaming part. Then we go on the planning part, right? Where you have to plan everything. Like I just mentioned, I have a 10-year gap. In these 10 years, you have months. So I'm gonna divide my goals into months. For me personally, if I can get between 10 to 100 followers every month, would be fantastic. Even if I just get 1 follower, it's a goal accomplished towards my goal. Let me put it like that, right? So then for let's say this upcoming month, November, I want to reach between 10 to 100 followers. If I reach just 10 or even 1, doesn't matter. I'm happy. But my goal is 10. So I have to make sure I post sufficient content that people want to watch, so I can get them to subscribe, right? So that's that. So then you have to divide these specific goals, these monthly goals, into 3 specific parts. So you have the outcome, you have the output, and you have the constraints. Outcome is monthly milestones. Output is weekly tasks. So from Monday till Sunday, what do you have to do in order for you to work on that goal? And for me, it's editing, right? I have to make sure I have content every day, and it has to go out every day if possible. If not, I have to choose one specific day that I can make for the upcoming months, because of course I also work, and I assume, if you're trying to achieve your goal, you also have to go to school, or you also have work, or you also have to do a lot of stuff. So you have to plan it around your day. And then the 3rd one is constraints, which is time and resources. You have 24 hours in a day, just like I do, just like Elon Musk did, just like TGR, just like anybody else out there. They also have 24 hours, so you have to plan your day. And this, it sounds annoying when you first hear it, like you have to plan your day. It takes a lot of energy, I get it, but then just choose one specific day. Choose a Sunday, for example. Let's say end of the day around 5 or 6 before you start your whole week, and you start writing like, okay, this is what I want to do for Monday from after I finish school, so at 3, or after I finish work, so it's 5 or 6. This is what I want to accomplish after that. And then you're going to work on your goal. And let's say you want to start going to the gym. So you say Monday after work, first thing I do, I show up to the gym, I start training. If you want to do trading, first thing you do after work, after your 9 to 5, you start learning about trading, okay? After you're done with that, then you're going to read a little bit more about trading to go into depth. And when you're done with that, then you just, you relax. But as long as you focus on your goals after you're done doing the big task that's actually helping you survive, in your life, or the stuff that you have to do, so school and work, then you can focus on yourself, your goals, the stuff that you want to accomplish. And remember, compounding day in, day out, and reaching small goals day in, day out is going to help you accomplish something really big. And that's just facts, right? If you do one thing good every day for 365 days, you are bound to learn something new and you're bound to succeed. And if you don't succeed the first year, you keep going, you put in the second year, you put in the third year, you're going to catch a break and you're going to see success 100%. Okay, so then we have that part, and then we go with execution, which is also part of the plan. You know, you make a plan and then you have to execute it, which is showing up every day, right? Really important part when you're executing. Do not worry about doing everything perfect, because that doesn't exist. Okay, the reason I'm saying this is because if you start executing your plan, but you see firsthand it's not going good, you don't see results all the way, you're failing first week, second week, third week, 1 month in, you're going to fall into a cycle where you feel like it's not worth it anymore, so you're not going to show up. Okay, so have no expectation that it's going to be perfect, but just showing up and staying consistent to the plan. So you have to execute the plan, but you don't have to have expectations. Now, I know that contradicts what I literally just said about having a dream, knowing where you want to go and everything. But if you think about it, you're writing your big goal, which is 10 million followers. You're dividing that in specific tasks on a month-to-month basis, and you're executing that plan in order to accomplish that goal. But you need to have no emotion to the process, because the process can take longer than you would expect, right? If that makes sense. Okay, so try to chase consistency over perfection, because we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. You're always going to make mistakes. And try to learn from those mistakes, what you did wrong and how to better it. Okay, and do not be too hard on yourself, because that's also something that's going to work against you. And I'm a person, if I fail, I'm probably going to be hard on myself, but that's something that I'm still learning, right? That's why I'm actually doing this YouTube, because I'm still learning. I always want everything to go perfect with my YouTube channels, with the video and everything, but it's not always going to be like that, and that's totally fine. And that's about it, guys. So what I want you guys to do as homework watching this is to, if you already have a dream, awesome, grab a piece of paper, write it down, make sure you write a plan in like a 1 year goal from now. So right now it's October 26th. Write down one year goal. You're going to give yourself 1 year to accomplish this goal, whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Nobody is judging you. Just write it down. And no goal is too big unless you put the effort in. So you write it down, you write the specific goal, monthly goals that you have to accomplish, and weekly tasks that you have to do. You make sure you show up for a year, 1 year, and at the end of next year, 2026, October 26th, I want you to come back to this video and write down what you did to change your life, okay? And the execution. So you are going to be accountable for your own goals, for your own riches, for everything in life, right? So that's how I'm actually keeping myself accountable to make sure to post more videos like this, so you guys can just see more of me, and hopefully I can help one individual. If I can help one individual, I'm happy. If I can inspire one person to change their life, I'm happy. And here's the whole thing, right? I'm trying to keep myself accountable to also change my own life. Okay, so if I can change my life and I can help one individual in the journey, that's fantastic. Okay, guys, with that being said, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you for watching. I know it's been a long video, but hopefully you guys were able to watch the whole thing and execute it. And next time we're going to talk about something really interesting. I don't want to give it away right away, but you guys will see. Okay, with that being said, stay hungry, keep chasing your goals, and I'll see you guys next time.